Welcome back everybody. This past Saturday was Veterans Day and I wanted to make a project that was themed off of that. So what I came up with was this flag case holder. This is for a vet that goes to school with me. If you guys want to see how this project is made, stay tuned and I'll be glad to show you. For my display case, since I'm going to be painting it black, it doesn't really matter what kind of wood I use. And for that, I'm just going to use some 3/4 inch scrap plywood that I have laying around. And I'm also going to be using a little bit of this 1/4 inch plywood that I have underneath it. And this should be plenty of wood to make this whole project. So let's go ahead, head over to my table saw, and that's where I'll start off cutting my pieces. So now I got my pieces for my front and back triangle cut out, I can go ahead and move on to the 3-inch strip that's going to go in between both of them. So at this point, I have both of my triangle frames cut out, and then I just got done cutting out my 3-inch triangle piece. What I want to do now is go ahead and take wood glue and a little bit of masking tape, and I'm going to use the masking tape to hopefully clamp these pieces while the wood glue is drying, since there's really no other good way of clamping these. Now that the wood glue is fully cured, I can go ahead and take my front and back triangle frame, and I want to take these over to the router table where I'm going to use a rabbiting bit to just cut out a notch on each side. One is going to be for the glass, and then the back piece is going to be for the plywood. So I think I would have been a little bit more surprised if it actually worked the way that I wanted it to. So now that that didn't work, I'm gonna go ahead and think of a few different options. But in the meantime, what I can do is I can take my back piece and glue it onto my 3-inch triangle and go ahead and get that started here. So let's go ahead and do that. So now that the back and middle piece are glued together, I can go ahead and take this outside as well as the front frame and then the sheet of plywood that fits in for the back, and I want to paint all 3 of these pieces a nice solid black. So now all my pieces have a nice black finish to them. The next thing I need to do is go ahead and re-tackle that glass. Now while this paint was drying, I went ahead and cut out a new piece, and I think the main issue was I didn't score the glass hard enough the first time, so I gave it a second try and I got a pretty decent cut. And And that left me with this piece right here. Now if you notice, this corner's a little bit chipped off, and same with these two bottom ones. But if I place it just right inside this frame, it looks perfect from the front side, so that's all I need. Now let's go ahead and take this piece of glass, and I want to glue it into my front frame. And now that my front piece is dried on, I can go ahead and take my flag and set it in place. And now the last thing I'm gonna do is add these brackets, and that's gonna prevent this back piece of plywood from coming out. And that wraps it up for this project. I have to say that I'm really happy with the way that this came out. All the angles came together nice and smooth. I didn't have any gaps or any issues with that. And then I also really like the way that this glossy black finish on it turned out as well. So I think he's gonna be very happy with it. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, if you like my videos, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe for more woodworking videos almost every Tuesday. And I'll see you guys next week.